In this video, I'm showing you a new workflow to build mobile apps, specifically Expo apps. We'll be using TempoLabs, a solid AI-powered builder that excels in building React apps. Along with that, we'll also use Cursor. I'll walk you through how and why you should start in TempoLabs. It generates your PRD and user flow, which helps shape a better experience for your app's users. Now here is how Cursor comes into the workflow. If you don't want to code directly in TempoLabs or prefer making changes yourself, you can open the project in Cursor. From there, you can create context instructions and continue building. Right now I'm here in Tempo and I'm giving it the prompt to build the app. It's a pretty extensive prompt. I generated the app details on how it should function, not the technical parts, just my requirements, and gave them to TempoLabs. I've selected the Expo framework here and I'll give it the prompt. It's setting up the project. The first thing it starts with is the PRD. You can see that the PRD has been generated. Once that's done, it generates the user flow. This is where TempoLabs stands out in a creative workflow compared to something like Cursor or Windsurf. It's because of what it can do. It's a builder made for React apps, and it specializes in them. Since that's its focus, it performs better when it comes to planning, designing, and linking everything. If you want to collaborate with someone else, for example, if you're only handling the design and someone else is going to build the app, you can link it with their editor. Now that the PRD is ready, I'm reading through it, and they've outlined the essential features we need. If you open the user flow, you'll see how the whole experience is structured. When the app opens, the user sees the home screen, and from there, everything connects. Every interaction is laid out, even down to the animations. All the routes are listed as well. The mermaid diagram makes the user experience clear. You can also edit it by just asking the agent. It's that easy. The development server is starting now. Expo apps take a little time to boot up. Once it's ready, it'll generate designs from the PRD, open up the storyboard, create the designs, and link them. You'll see exactly how the app will look. Let me show you the design tab. You can see it's building out all the sections on the storyboard in real time. It starts putting them together one by one. These wireframes are generated based on our PRD and the mermaid diagram. Now you can see the storyboards haven't fully generated yet. We've got the main homepage here and the settings panel next to it. They're also divided into components. The entire app has been laid out on the storyboard. If you want to continue in Cursor or Windsurf, here's what you'll do next. Now you'll see a little icon called Local Editing. Open it up. The first thing you'll notice is that it asks you to install an extension. Go to your editor. For this video, I'm using Cursor. Open the Extensions tab and search for TempoLabs. You'll see the TempoLabs extension right there. Open it and install it. The extension is now installed. Next, choose the editor you want to use from this tab. I'll choose Cursor. Open it up, allow the connection, and it'll link to your editor. It opens up a new app and connects through SSH, which is pretty cool. Now the app is imported into Cursor, and we can start building right here. Now that I have the app open, this is how I continue building. I copy the entire PRD along with the mermaid diagram and drop it into a docs folder I've created. Inside that folder, I've added a PRD markdown file where I've pasted both the PRD and the mermaid diagram. It's already formatted, and you also don't need to do that manually. Just ask Cursor to do it or drop both into ChatGPT and have it formatted automatically. Once it's done, Cursor can easily access it and understands the full context. Another great part of this sync is that it works both ways. As you can see, the docs folder I created also appears in Tempo. Now, we're ready to continue building the Expo app. Now you can see the app has been built. It's a simple mood tracker made with Expo. I used a prompt to ask Cursor to build it. It read the PRD and continued the process according to that. I was using Gemini 2.5 Pro, so there weren't many issues. There were a few UI errors though. For example, when I enable dark mode, you can see that the app changes the theme, but initially this whole section didn't adapt to the change. I tried fixing it in Cursor with Gemini 2.5, but it didn't work. In the end, I just prompted TempoLabs AI agent and it fixed the issue. It's clear Tempo is really solid for React-based tasks. The app is now functional. You can open any day section you want and log on the mood that you are feeling for that day. There are still a few small UI bugs to sort out, but everything works. One thing to note, the pinch functionality doesn't work on my desktop. I loaded the app on my mobile using the Expo Go app, and it worked fine there. It was also much smoother. The jittering you see here wasn't present on my phone. The good thing about TempoLabs is that it lets you build more than just Expo apps. You can also create full Next.js web apps with it. It comes with pre-configured integrations like authentication, database, and payments using popular tools such as Supabase and Stripe. It gives you a quick start if you're setting up a SaaS business. We've also made a dedicated video that walks you through setting up a SaaS with TempoLabs and connecting these integrations. So make sure to check that out too. TempoLabs does the heavy lifting, turning your idea into specs, flows, and wireframes in minutes. Cursor then lets you refine the code locally without breaking that AI-generated structure. Together, they cut planning and iteration time to near zero, so you launch apps faster and with more confidence. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. If you want us to keep making these videos, please consider donating using the link below. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.